This is our Alligator 620 SAF semi-automatic mitering bandsaw. As you can see, it's got a very hefty bow on it. It's been made very, very stiff to minimise vibration, to give you fast cuts. It has a 5.5 horsepower motor. It uses an 1.5 inch blade, or better known as 41mm blade. The machine has carbide tips on both ends here for guiding the blade, and it also has ball bearings to damp the vibration. Above the blade are 2 adaptive controls. This means that the machine will slow down when you hit solids like the middle of a beam or the flat of a box section, for instance. So the machine will actually slow down at that point. It'll give you straighter cuts and better blade life and faster cuts overall. It has fitted the optional oil system which sprays tiny little bits of vegetable oil on the blade. This option is a very good one to have because it means you don't have coolant all over the floor. The other option fitted to this machine is the laser line. So if you're working to a marked out line, prescribed line, the laser line will pick that up as you push the material through to give you accurate cuts. Down this end we have a power driven swarf brush which cleans the blade, of course, when it's cutting. The mitering is very easy on this machine. It will miter 60 degrees left and right. As you can see, we just unclamp it underneath. There's a lever there, and you can swivel it around the other way. And of course the vise will move to the other side for the opposite mitering, so the vise slides left and right. Maintenance. The hydraulic pack is under here, and you can slide it out for easy maintenance, topping up, etc. Next to it here is the main control box. All the electrics are grouped in there, again for easy maintenance and access. Right, the control panel. This is the emergency stop switch. Obviously you need to twist this and pull it out, and then press the safety switch, and the machine's ready to run. Over here is the down feed, so that's the rate, the speed that the bow comes down through the work. Controlled, it's numbered as you can see. Starting the machine is with this button. This is a control for the semi-automatic mode to enable the machine to return when it's finished cutting, or you can have it when it's finished cutting so that it stops at the bottom. Up here is the blade speeds. For instance, mild steel you might be running around 70 meters a minute and stainless around 30 meters a minute. The speeds will come up on the computer screen here. On the computer screen we can set the number of pieces we wish to cut, so there's no more counting involved. It's annoying, isn't it, when somebody walks up to you, interrupts you, and you can't remember how many you've done. Well, the machine will do the number that you've preset in there. Also on here you can set the height that the machine comes up after the cut, so there's no wasted time. You can set it up so it's just clear of the workpiece. The sizes will come up on the screen here. For instance, it's set at 275 at the moment. Also on here is the amount of amps the machine's drawing, so you can see how much power is being absorbed if you're overloading it, for instance. Above there, as I mentioned earlier, are the speeds of the machine, the actual speed that the blade goes round. The control panel is on an arm and it can be swiveled into the convenient position for the work that you're doing. We have a removable tray here to collect the swarf. It has a filter in it, so you can just pull this out during the day to clean the machine. Underneath it is the coolant tank. This can also be removed for cleaning out. We suggest that you change your coolant every 3 months. Blade tensioning. Behind here there are Belleville spring washers which collapse at a given rate. So all you have to do with this machine is do it up with this handle until it just goes tight, and the tension will be correct every time. By the way, there is a switch at the back here, so if the blade was to jump off the machine or break or anything like that, the machine will stop. You'll observe when the machine is cutting that when it reaches the bottom of the cut, the machine is still at an angle. So when you're cutting the flat of a box section or cutting flat material, you haven't got all the teeth in engagement, so the blade will actually scissor through the bottom. You'll see machines coming down to the bottom of the cut and there's too many teeth in contact with the work and they're really struggling at the bottom. it does cause an awful lot of problems. Well, this machine scissors. You'll see the machine at an angle when it's hit the bottom of the cut. Right, we have in the machine a 610 beam, and we'll do a cut on that now.